I have to tell you guys that for the first time in a long time, I'm excited about what's happening astrologically. October is gonna be amazing. All right, so here we go. Let's just dive in because this is a video that I'm going to talk about the biggest astrological happenings in October. And this is, I'm going to just tell you, like, okay, spoiler alert, things are going to be amazing. We have been in the shadows for about 5 months. We've had Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, all in retrograde. All right, we still have some things to go, but October is like the first window out of this dark tunnel that we've had. Now, some of you may have had not a bad time of it, but others of you have been like kind of groping around in the dark. Okay, so that's why I'm kind of excited about this, because finally there's some light being shed. And I do like when we move, personally, my own energy likes when we move into Libra. I have a lot of air energy. It's about balance. It's about balancing our relationships, our communication, everything like that. Aries and Libra are opposite signs. So we are in Libra energy right now. As you know, we're going to go into Scorpio at the end of October, October 20th or so. But before that happens, let me just outline for you what's going to be happening. Okay. So first, let me talk about the new moon and the full moon. Okay, so always 2 weeks apart. The new moon is in Libra, 13 degrees of Libra, October 6th. And the new moon in Libra, new moon is about manifesting. Libra is about relationships. So this is a little bit of a self-explanatory one. If you're really hoping to manifest a great new relationship, or you're looking for balance in your existing relationship, this new moon is a great manifesting moon for you. I like the even though they're opposites, obviously, Libra and Aries, I like the balance of me versus we. I like the balance of we versus me, right? It's sort of like, what do I need? What do we need? Am I getting my needs met? Am I completely swallowing up this other person, or do I feel completely swallowed up by this relationship? Libra energy can really help you balance that. And in this new moon energy, it's really time to give a little shout out to balanced relationships free of codependency. We talk about codependency on this channel a lot. Okay, so this is really a great new moon to do that. The full moon's coming along, 27 degrees, 27 degrees of Aries, October 20th. Okay, and so later in the month, you are going to get the chance to release those things that may be your own kind of foibles, your own kind of power and control needs that can be blocking relationships or can be blocking the progress of relationships. So we all need to be independent and interdependent, right? Codependent is the thing where it gets super unhealthy. But interdependent, so I'm here to support you, you're here to support me, but I'm still my standalone person. I still have a life of my own. I still have things going on for myself. You also do too. What we do complements each other, supports each other. This is a fantastic month for that. So if you are brand new, in a brand new relationship, this is a great way to start things out really balanced. This is also a good time to balance the thing you're in. And if you're single and you want a relationship, this is a time to understand, in that Aries full moon, maybe there's some things that I need to release. In this new moon in Libra, maybe there's some things I need to balance. Okay, and I want to manifest that balance. So that's what's happening with the full moon and new moon. And it's all about balancing relationships with your needs, our needs versus my needs, that kind of thing. All right. I see that as a pure integration of divine feminine, divine masculine also. The balance of these two energies really makes me feel like the divine feminine is on par. The divine masculine is on par. So when we talk in tarot, I talk a lot about the divine feminine as the empress, divine masculine as the emperor. Divine feminine can become a little too weepy or a little too, um, not taking any action, can get too laid back without their masculine energy kind of moving things along. Okay, so the feminine energy, when balanced by their masculine energy, can take action and can also receive. The masculine can get a little bit crusty, can be a little bit of a jerk without his divine feminine. Okay, so those two things, those two energies need each other in order to be balanced and to grow. And so that's what's really happening. I like that, the integration of divine feminine, divine masculine. It's pure Libra energy there. So the planets that are going direct this month, and then I'll walk you through what each of them mean. Pluto is going direct. Saturn is going direct. Jupiter is going direct, and Mercury is going direct. As we know, Mercury only stays retrograde for 3 weeks. So if you've had trouble with technology, you want to throw your phone through a plate glass window, not surprised. It is going direct in Libra, 10 degrees Libra on October 18th. And I feel like this is you're going to get a much more cleaner signal about, what you're needing to say and what the other person is, how the other person is communicating to you. It's not going to be so fuzzy. That Pisces full moon really obscured a lot of communication, made us feel like we didn't know what was going on a little bit. If you were unscathed by that, then this Libra, it doesn't mean that the Libra will clear anything out for you, but you may get a sense of things being a little bit clearer for yourself. So just try to see how you feel in this energy. If you have a lot of air energy, you may feel a lot better, okay, in this time. So Pluto goes direct on October 6th in Capricorn, 24 degrees of Capricorn. And I feel like this is a big deal. Capricorn is the energy of hard work, discipline, and Pluto being in retrograde kind of pulls that apart, like either makes the work so much harder than it has to be, or it's just sort of like you might feel like you're just toiling away in obscurity, like you don't know, if I'm doing the right thing or if I'm not doing the right thing. Pluto going direct on October 6th illuminates our divine potential. Yay! So we get to see like any kind of progress you've made. If you've made progress during all these retrogrades, congratulations. That is something special, because a lot of what retrogrades mean for me is that it's an internal progress, and you may not see the fruits of that labor yet, but if you have managed to be able to have something manifest, then it's probably further along than you thought it was. Also, if you feel like you haven't made any progress, you could really jump out quickly when Pluto goes direct. Okay, Pluto is the sign, the planet of death and transformation. And when Pluto's in retrograde, we could feel like we're really inside trying to, navigate a big transformation of our own beliefs, our own what we think is worth putting time and effort into in Capricorn. Now, if we're going direct, it's like they're working together, and the energy just feels a little more smooth. Okay, so that's what's happening October 6th, illuminating your divine potential. Fantastic. So you can take action. It's better than just, swatting at things and not really sure what you're doing. And with Pluto going direct, you're going to be able to figure that out. Pluto is the god of the underworld. Pluto is the god of secrets and things coming to light. It is the planet of pure transformation. So if you have any secrets that you're keeping, this could really be a time where when it's in retrograde, you've been able to hold these secrets, but when it goes direct, out come the secrets. So any kind of, things that you wanted to keep under wraps, it might be good, because we're in this Libra energy now, to sort of balance that out and maybe come full circle and say what's been going on. You might want to out the truth before the truth is outed by Pluto going direct. Saturn, natural ruler of Capricorn, Saturn is going direct on October 10th in Aquarius. All right, the next sign over at 6 degrees Aquarius. And Saturn in Aquarius. So Aquarius is really about, being a rebel, but also being a visionary, being someone who innovates, right? You got to innovate. You got to break a few boxes. You got to, break out of what's going on, or break out of the structure you've been in. So Saturn going direct, whenever you have Saturn in retrograde, it is always about working on the inside. It's also about, maybe things are a little bit tougher. You've got to really, if you've ever had a colleague at work who has some kind of process where they do like 16 times more work than they need to. It's like, I've got to put it in a table here, and then I've got to make a new file, and I've got to add some things. That's Saturn in retrograde. It's like this person feels the need to do so much more than they really need to, and they're being compelled to do that. With Saturn going direct October 10th, 6 degrees Aquarius, you're getting the green light here to whatever you have been able to create over the last 6 months, again, jumps out in front of you. You have made way more progress than you realize. All this internal work, this shadow work that's been going on, is going to make things easier now. Okay, now that things are all direct, things are going direct, the energy just feels like it's moving more smoothly. You don't have to schlep this bag up up all the stairs. It's like, I got an elevator now. All right, maybe you were building an elevator this whole time. Aquarius also, it's going to make you feel like it was worth the wait. Whatever is coming in October, especially if you're looking, or if you have been trying to manifest a long-term commitment, or you want something like that, bang, Saturn going direct in Aquarius is about long-term commitments. It can also be about, groups, friendships, colleagues, like things just work a lot more smoothly with those groups of people. And you can be seen as someone who's really done the work. Okay. It's like, all of a sudden people are like, wow, you've really made some changes in your life and it looks good on you. All right. Big green light to long-term commitment. All right. Showing up in this Saturn going direct at 6 degrees Aquarius. That's also what's happening. I like that a lot. Essentially, Saturn is about karma. And when Saturn is in retrograde, it's maybe 2 scoops of karma. Okay, so this can be about karmic relationships. This can be about dealing with the shadow work of karmic relationships inside you, so that when Saturn goes direct, like, you've done the work, so those karmic relationships don't show up. You've done the work. You've done the transformation like Pluto is asking you to do, and Saturn is asking you to actually put in the elbow grease to make that happen. So this last 6 months has been a lot about karmic relationships, and Saturn being in retrograde, now going direct on October 10th in Aquarius, gives you the clear signal that it's time for you to make some long-term commitments and pull apart that whole idea of whatever you've been working on, whatever has been keeping you from making those long-term commitments is now gone. I also want to say this: Jupiter going direct October 17th. So Saturn goes direct October 10th in 6 degrees Aquarius. Green light to long-term commitments, anything you want to put in stone for long periods of time. This is a good time to do it. Jupiter is also going direct October 17th in Aquarius, 22 degrees Aquarius. And this is really about expansion, right? Jupiter for the last few months has been inside, has been ruminating. It's kind of like all of these placements, Pluto, Saturn, Jupiter, this has all been about your internal work. So don't forget, Jupiter is the ruler of Sagittarius, all about transparency, adventure, and, you don't lie to a Sag, right? Sag is, they'll cut you off. So Jupiter is about truth, transparency, telling the truth. So when Jupiter goes direct, if Jupiter has been internal, Jupiter has been in retrograde, you've been thinking about your own truths, and now it's going direct, the truth is coming out, clearing out the shadows. Even though on the outside, it doesn't look like anything's happening, or it doesn't look like you're doing anything, all of a sudden you show up. It's like you've been home, at your home gym. all winter long. And then you show up at the beach and everyone's like, wow, look at that. Look at how awesome you are. That's how this is working. Okay. So Jupiter going direct is about expansion. It's about dreaming big. It is about, fortunes being made. It can be about, good luck, something coming across your path. It's really going to, be a lucky strike. And then all of a sudden, all of these things going direct, the tough ones, Pluto, Saturn, and all of a sudden we're going forward because you've done all the hard work inside. That's pretty good. And finally, Mercury is going direct October 18th in Libra. This is going to give you a clearer method of communication. All of this work, you're now going to be able to communicate better, to communicate more clearly, be able to get your ideas across to people. It's just going to make everything so much clearer. Libra, okay? And Aries, Libra and Aries is two energies of direction and balance. I like this energy a lot. A couple other things I want to point out to you. Venus enters Sagittarius October 7th. This is about adventure, especially adventure in love. So some of you could have, with this Pluto going direct in Capricorn, and you're finally understanding your own self-worth, you're finally understanding out of the shadows your own potential. Venus enters Sag on October 7th. This could be a big, new, adventurous love showing up for you. So that's kind of amazing. And also, obviously, Sun enters Scorpio in later in October, October 22nd. So when you look at the full moon in Aries, 27 degrees October 20th, you want to look back 6 months when Aries was a new moon. Okay, so in April, when Aries was a new moon, what did you manifest back 6 months ago? Now that it's in the full moon, it's coming to fruition. So what did you ask for in that moon? What did you manifest? Because now is the time that is likely to show up. Okay? Come to fruition. All right, my darling. So that's just a little bit of what's going on in October, the energies that you can expect, adventure, divine potential being revealed, green lights for big commitments, things moving forward much, much more smoothly and in a more balanced way. It's not like you're going to completely give yourself over to the hard work of the last 6 months. You've done that work. It's time to reap the benefits.